Welcome to the Edwards Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Edwards, and I'm trying to awaken and persuade those people in the congregation who have not been born again. Today we're going to be talking about guilt. The use of this awful subject may be for awakening unconverted persons in the congregation. We'll show how sinners handle their guilt in different ways. Some of the transgressors on today's episode will show how little they care about the things they've done, while others don't take it as lightly. Along beside me will be a dear friend and well-known literature professor, Thomas C. Foster. He will offer his insight on each case. Our first story will be about 3 people, all who have committed a serious sin. For our second story, we will bring in 2 special guests that will attempt to resolve an issue. Hopefully, one will find forgiveness, although it's not deserved. Forgiveness not only from his friend, but from God, the God that holds you over the pit of hell. Now let us bring forth the 3 sinners who are compelled to feel the wrath of their all-consuming guilt. Hello, Phils. This is Montresor, Kristen Stewart, and Mr. Dimsdale. Tell us your story.
Good evening, Pastor Edwards. There is truth in what you said. I, your pastor, whom you so reverence and trust, am utterly a pollution and a lie. I have committed to the sin of adultery with a married woman who has conceived my illegitimate child.
Oh, your father. You know, in Twilight, the movie I played in as the main actress, I had a child, you know? It was cool.
That is nice, young lady. I have kept this secret from my beloved town, but the mistress has received all of the dread and public exposure that has so long been the anguish of my life.
Oh, sinner, consider the fearful danger you are in.
I know, my life is now all falsehood, emptiness, death.
If I were you, I would calm down.
Oh, child, God is dreadfully provoked. Dimsdale has done nothing in the least to appease or abate that anger. Even though the devil is waiting for Dimsdale, let us see what Dr. Thomas C. Foster has to say about this.
Well, Pastor Edwards, in my opinion, all companions are holy. His love was overpowering his mental capacity to comprehend what the possible circumstances that lead to people to sexual congress are virtually limitless. But the realization of his mistake and his love for the mistress overpowers the action itself.
That's cool.
Well, Dr. Foster, God also holds you over the pit of hell.
I don't know what's really going on, but when I cheated on my Robbie, he was really sad. But it's okay because he needs me, and also this was really good for him because of me, he got famous. So I was confused why he got mad at me and why he didn't thank me because I made him famous. So I'm confused. I don't feel guilty.
What is wrong with you?
It is nothing. Let us...
Yeah, and my way of life is just forgive and forget, you know what I mean?
I'm utterly surprised you are not firing over the pit of hell.
So, Miss Stewart, you believe that you were compelled to have sex just for the sake of Robert Pattinson? You had sex for your love for Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, pretty much, indirect sex, lol.
That is very interesting of you two.
For the sake of variety, let me.
You, Montresor, feel no sign of guilt for Fortunato. Why is that?
I vowed revenge. You so who well know the nature of my soul will not suppose, however, that I gave utterance to a threat.
You will also be held over the pit of hell.
I have my doubts.
You know, that's not cool. Robbie has always told me that revenge kills. And it's just not cool, it's not.
Your wickedness makes you as if you were heavy as lead, and to tend downward with a great weight and pressure toward hell.
You do not comprehend. He prided himself on his connoisseurship in wine. I desired to be the best. I craved to be the best.
We don't get through life without being marked by the experience. Violence is one of the most personal and intimate acts between human beings.
You're really smart. I respect that.
I regret nothing.
Sometimes people's hearts lead them to do vicious actions with dire consequences. However, one can learn from these actions by contemplating what they specifically mean to them.
Like I said, I regret nothing.
Disorder is a strange one. Is this uncomfortable environment my called from yonder old black man?
You have no interest in any mediator, and nothing to lay a hold off to save yourself. Nothing to keep off the flames of wrath.
He really needs to calm down.
As we get ready for our next segment, just a word of encouragement. Consider the fearful danger you are in. It is a great furnace of wrath, a wide and bottomless pit, full of fire of wrath, that you are held over in the hand of that God, whose wrath is provoked and incensed as much against you as against many of the damned in hell. You hang by a slender thread with the films of divine wrath flashing about it and ready every moment to singe at it and burn it asunder. You have no interest in any mediator and nothing to lay hold of to save yourself, nothing to keep you of the flames of wrath, nothing of your own, nothing that you have ever done, nothing that you can ever do to induce God to spare you one moment. Our next story involves a sinner who's going to get a chance at redemption. Please welcome Mac. So what happened?
I could just see it. Doc comes home, he's tired, he drives up, the place is all lit up. He thinks somebody's broken. He goes up the stairs and by God, the place has got the hell decorated out of it. There's crepe paper and there's party favors and a big cake. Jesus, he knows it was a party. And it wouldn't be no little mouse fart party neither. And then it just went wrong. It was just as simple as that. She got out of hands.
How in the hell do you suppose that happened?
What the hell are you doing here?
Surprise! Thought it'd be funny if the sinner faced his problems by talking to the one he wronged. What happened?
The party got out of hand. Me and the boys made a mistake and we're sorry. I just kept thinking, with the party, what would make Doc happiest?
You heard him? Must be lousy thinking your party idea would go so well and then see it fail, especially since you trashed my house.
Well, we're sorry. It don't do no good to say I'm sorry. I've been sorry all my life. This ain't no new thing.
As you should be.
It's actually very normal for you to feel certain self-inflicted marks upon yourself, especially guilt after such an event.
You know, I'll tell you because you're a good friend. That's mighty nice of you apologizing like that. Be ashamed to let a good friend like you go.
Aw, why yes.
But for God's sakes, next time you want to do something nice for me, don't.
Not a thing?
Hell no. That's none of your goddamn business. Just don't.
And there you have it, two friends working out their problems, and one being freed from their guilt.
Seems like everyone present in today's episode will be going to hell. The Almighty God's wrath towards you burns like fire. He looks upon you as worthy of nothing else but to be cast into that fire. Thanks for watching The Edward Show. God bless your broken souls.